Setting up an API service with Workato is simple and fast. Just clicks, no code. Unlimited instant scaling for any workload. Zero DevOps. You start with a set of APIs that each expose the relevant data for the service. Then, you can use folders to organize this set of APIs into a logical grouping. In this example, we are looking at a set of APIs that we want to turn into a Customer 360 service. When these APIs are called, a Workato recipe is run that gets customer data from Salesforce, product usage data from Snowflake, and campaign activity from Workato. You can create and manage all of your API endpoints by navigating to Tools, API Platform. Let's start by creating an API collection from API endpoints in the Customer 360 folder. In order to do that, we go to API Collections. Collections are an easy way to organize APIs into logical groupings, like by business case or by business partner. Create a new Customer 360 API service by clicking Add New API Collection. Enter the details of the service, including the folder that holds the recipes for the API endpoints. And once the collection is created, check the details of each endpoint, like whether the method to use is get or post, and activate. Once the endpoints are active, users can immediately start calling them. Collections provide control over who has access to your data, the actions they can take, and which data they can access. Next, you can set up access policies for these APIs. Access policies give you control over the quality of the service for each client that will consume the Customer 360 APIs. For example, you can set a lower usage quota and rate limit for internal stakeholders, like sales, marketing, and support teams, while setting a higher usage quota and rate limit for external stakeholders, like partners. The rate limiting helps prevent the overwhelming of your internal business apps from any spikes in requests, while the usage quota provides control over costs incurred from these API calls. Now that the policies have been set up, you can assign these policies to different clients accessing the Customer 360 API. A client is any organization or partner that you want to grant API access to, control and monitor for specific API usage, and set security access for. For each client, you want to set up a different access profile depending on how they access your data. Let's grant the marketing team access to our Customer 360 API, but set a policy that restricts the requests per minute as well as the number of API calls that they can make in a month. Additionally, you can also choose from many different authentication methods to secure access to your APIs. It is recommended that you use OAuth 2 or JWT authentication to keep data secure. And for increased security, set up an IP whitelist to restrict access to your API service to only trusted networks that should be calling your API. Once APIs are set up, it's important to monitor the health of your APIs for errors that you need to fix, policy violations, and trends in usage of API endpoints. All of this information can be quickly reviewed on the API dashboard. Understanding who your top clients are, as well as the most active endpoints, will give you a better understanding of the effectiveness of your APIs and the needs of your business partners and stakeholders. This dashboard is filterable by day and time, by specific client, service, and even endpoint. And with logs, you can quickly identify issues, jump directly to the job that caused the error, and quickly troubleshoot to get your API back up and running as soon as possible. You also have the ability to personalize your API endpoints to match your company's domain. This helps identify your company's specific API, APIs meant for partners, and APIs that point to your production instance. And managing SSL certificates is often very time-consuming and costly, so Workato automatically creates and updates your SSL certificates periodically. This ensures higher security and eliminates administrative burden on your team. We also provide extensive documentation that you can reference as you build your APIs. Ready to get your APIs up in hours? Then request a demo today.